Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we're doing a recap and review of Love Island USA Season 2 Episode 14. So we are back in beautiful Las Vegas, and this was an interesting episode today. And I'll go into further detail, but it pretty much starts out being back at the villa. The couples are just waking up for the day, and of course you have Cely, who is waking up everybody, getting them ready to do yoga. And I thought that was kind of cute. That was a cute little scene where, she was going through the villa telling everybody, wakey, wakey, get up, we're gonna de-stress today and get some yoga in today, so we can be relaxed and enjoy our time in our coupleship, pretty much. So they all got up and ready to go except for one person. And that one person was Justine. She was not feeling it. She was like, this is just way too early. Are you guys morning people? I know I'm a morning person. What about you guys? I don't know, but I can understand for those that are not morning persons, they'll be feeling just like Justine, because she was not feeling this whole yoga thing. I think she even had to have a cup of coffee just to put some caffeine in her system to get her to wake up. So, everybody was having a good time, and Caleb was talking about being an inchworm. I thought that was funny. But, again, Justine strolls in there late. Everybody else was ready to go and in position for their yoga poses, and she was just not having it. And Cely was like, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. I thought that was so funny. I don't even know if Cely even know how to do yoga. But all in all, they were having a good time, and they were vibing, on this early morning, trying to get some energy in, but Justine wasn't having it at all. But I like Cely's energy. She seems to be very happy-go-lucky. Justine finally got into it after a while, even though she was still complaining about it. But, I love Cely's personality. I mean, she is so energetic. She is so confident. And, nobody got mad. Everybody just played into it. I mean, they was laughing at Justine because she pretty much was out of it. She was like, I'm going to take a nap. But I thought another cute scene on this, when Moira, after everybody, was doing their whole exercise thing with Cely, the whole thing with Moira asking Calvin to stretch her out. I thought that was so cute. And you know what? She's actually making this thing work. Moira really has found an attraction in Calvin, and with this whole thing, I thought this was so cute when she, like I said, when she asked him to stretch her out, he was definitely there for it, and the thing is, they even shared a kiss, and you can tell she really, really, really enjoyed that kiss. So I'm liking the movement that's going on with this couple, but of course, they're having their little spa day thing because they got a text about them having some relaxation time as Arielle shows up. And of course, when you see Arielle, usually she comes with bad news, which when the girls saw her, they was like, uh-oh. What's coming up on the horizon? Is somebody going home? Why are you here, Arielle? And that was the biggest thing that Justine was talking about. Hey, every time we see you come around, you got bad news. So what do you have to tell us? And I thought that was so funny because that's the truth. When Arielle comes around, she has something to say, and it's usually not good news. But the girls were in for it, and Arielle was like, you know what? This is a little bit different. I don't have bad news. I want you guys to enjoy, your time with the girls and doing your spa thing. And I know you left the guys behind, but I got something for them. And before, we get to what the guys have, we're going to talk about the goodies that the girls have. So, Arielle tells them, I got 5 guys for you. And they are sexy, and they are hot, and they are handsome. And basically, you guys, from what I understand, being that they are still at the villa, the women, and the guys, of course, as we well know, is at Casa Amor. It kind of reminds me of Love Island meets Temptation Island. If you're familiar with that show, it's usually people that are in relationships that are tempted to see how strong their relationships are. So I thought this was a cute little twist that, Love Island decided to come up with. What do you guys think? Because I don't know, did they do that last season? I don't remember. I don't watch the one overseas. If you guys do, let me know. But here are our gorgeous, gorgeous guys. And I'm going to tell you some information about them. So let's meet Mike first. And Mike is 26 years old. He's a sales rep. He's also a dancer. And because he danced so well, he thinks he's absolutely good in bed. So I want to do something different with this video. You guys rate you from 1 to 5 who's your favorite. Because it's 5 guys. So who's your number 1, 2, 3, so 4, 5, whatever. Okay. So this is Mike. Let's now meet Aaron. Aaron is 26 and he is a cake decorator. And he says that usually when he tells people he's a cake decorator because of his physique, they don't actually think, that he's actually in the profession that he's in. He doesn't look like a cake decorator, does he? He looks more like a personal trainer to me. But again, put down in the comments what your particular rating is for this guy. And again, this is Aaron. Let's meet our next guy, DeAndre. And DeAndre is 25. He is a professional baseball player. He's been playing baseball. I think he went pro at 17, I think is what he said. And he says that since then the girls have been abundant. So, he definitely is looking forward and going into the villa, meeting these girls and see who he can make a connection with. So again, this is DeAndre. Tell me what you guys think. So now let's meet Pat. Pat is 28. He's a Syrian Lebanese. He's also a lawyer, and he says that the villa needs to add a little bit of flavor. So this is the flavor of our guy, Pat. He's very handsome, very attractive. And let me know what you guys think of Mr. Pat. He's definitely got the abs. I mean, they definitely put the moisture or water definitely in the right place to make his abs shine. So, ladies, let me know what you think about Mr. Pat. Our next guy to meet is Jalen. Jalen is 27. He is in software sales and he date with a purpose, even though he feels that, he's out here trying to get to know folks, but he date with a purpose of marriage, and it has to be somebody perfect for him because, he goes in and he's all in. So, and he has his eye on Moira. So we'll see how that go when I go into detail. But ladies, let me know what you think about Jalen. Okay, so there are all our guys. And again, you guys let me know what your rating are for each one. And so now we're going to take a quick trip over to Casa Amor. Remember, the guys had to sneak over there, okay? So because of the fact that they didn't want the ladies to know that they were going somewhere else, they actually snuck out. So, of course, the ladies were shocked that they weren't there. But Casa Amor looks really nice. I think it actually looked better than the villa to me. But I mean, yeah, it's gorgeous. I mean, the decorating, the little chill thing. I don't even. I mean, the villa is nice, but I think I kind of like the Casa Amor. It's really, really nice ambiance and everything with the design that they have for this set. So you guys tell me what you think. Do you think you would choose the villa or the Casa Amor better, or you like it better? Okay. So, yeah, I'm looking at this. I'm wondering, was this set up like this, or is this just a particular resort in Vegas that they have? So here come our regular guys that's, on their little boycation, as they call it. And so it was interesting how Carrington, well, first of all, before we even get to what Carrington said to the guys, it was funny how these guys was really tripping on the fact of that bidet that was in the bathroom. I mean, Connor obviously had rave reviews of the one that was in the hideaway, and there's a bidet over there as well. So Carrington got the text with about the new girls coming, and let's meet them. So the first one is Cher. Cher is 22 years old. She is a bartender and hostess. She got her eyes on Johnny, and she's not the only one. And she was like, she wants Johnny to throw her around because he looks so strong. So, audience, what do you think about Cher? Give me your rating on her. All right, so next let's meet Mercedes. Mercedes is 25 years old. She's a nanny. She wants kids of her own. She even have names picked out already. And I think she's another one that has eyes for Johnny, but we'll see how that goes. And she says she's extremely flirtatious and she get what she wants. So you guys better look out. So tell me, you guys in my audience, what do you think about Mercedes? Give me your rating on her. And yeah, she's definitely a pretty girl. I think she also said that she got some spice she's bringing to the table as well. All right, our next person that we're meeting is Janelle. And Miss Janelle is 24. She's a sales manager. She also has her eyes for Caleb. And she's saying that she want to hypnotize Mr. Caleb with her booty. Now, I didn't get a chance to really see too much of anything, but she thinks she got a little junk in her trunk back there that's going to pull Caleb away from Justine. We'll see about that. But she did also say she kind of full of herself. So we'll see how she goes. All right, our next person is Laurel. Laurel is 22. She's a business owner. She wants a guy that's not intimidated by her success. She wants Mr. Right. And she has southern charm that will whip a guy into shape. So, yeah, she's a very attractive young lady as well. She really didn't give up front of who she had her eye on. But, it remains to be seen as we go along who she's going to try to build a connection with. So this is Laurel, and you guys let me know what you think. Now, our next young lady is Faith. Faith is 26. She's a pageant consultant. And it was funny that she says that men are like a sweater, that if they ever get itchy, you just take it off. So tell me what you think about that quote, whether you find that intriguing or did you think it was kind of corny. But she really didn't say who she had her eye on before coming in the door either. So let's talk about our first couple and their interactions off the villa. So the first person that I'm seeing Carrington actually having a sit down with is Laurel. He was telling her how he broke up with Kirsten and, that, pretty much he's interested in opening and getting to know everybody, pretty much. I think she was really, truly interested in him, but I wasn't feeling any connection with Carrington, and he was even saying, I'm not even thinking about Carrington right now. I'm just trying to do me. And honestly, he's hard to read. He really is. I mean, I know Mackenzie said Connor's hard to read, but so is Carrington. So I don't know. I know she's interested, but what do you think about these two? Now, in the villa, Kirsten had some interactions with Aaron first. I mean, Aaron, of course, you know, Kirsten is open to meeting anybody because she's also single as well. But she had a sit down conversation. Not only did Aaron had an interest in her, but Mike was the other guy. And with Mike, the conversation that they were having was with regards to Carrington. And Kirsten was mentioning to him how, you know, they're no longer together. And one of the biggest reasons that they weren't together was because of the fact of her background, because she's a bartender and a hostess. And Mike is like, hey, I've done the same thing. I've been a bartender and hostess too. So, you know, I'm not worried about that. You know, I appreciate the fact that, you know, we connect and we've done the same thing. And Kirsten said that she told him that she wanted someone that was goal oriented and someone to be better than what they currently are. So, you know, that's all that we had for those two with their interactions. If I missed something, please let me know. But that's all that I was able to catch up with. So Justine really didn't connect with anybody so far, but Caleb actually had some conversation with Janelle. And, you know, first of all, Janelle started off by talking about Connor and Mackenzie's toxic relationship, you know, and then, of course, Caleb was like, hey, you know, we pretty much couple up over here. But Janelle was like, I don't care. Yeah, she's open to anybody and she's going to talk to everybody. So, I mean, Caleb, hey, she's coming for you. She ain't giving a rat's behind about what you and Justine have going on. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what Janelle and Caleb, I don't see a connection. I don't. I really, truly think Caleb is looking at her like, yeah, I hear you, but you full of yourself. Because she was going on and on and on. And you can tell, just like she said in her interview, that she's definitely full of herself. So we'll see where she's going to go. But I really don't think, you know, Caleb is going to have a connection with her. What do you guys think? You guys comment down below what you think about that couple. All right, so our next couple is, we're going to talk about their interactions, is Mackenzie and Connor. And Cher is one that had a sit down with Connor about, you know, just be straight up. Are you actually in a relationship with Mackenzie? And, you know, Connor is like, well, yeah, you know, Mackenzie, we are definitely in a relationship and we're coupled up, but we have no labels. Connor, what does that mean? So are you in a relationship? Are you coupled up, but you're not labeling it? But it sounds like you just did label it. Okay. And Cher is like, their relationship is so toxic. And, you know, I mean, she's like, dude, you need to test the waters to see if you're interested and open to something else that could be out there for you. And honestly, I totally agree with her. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you all agree with her as well? I mean, Connor is just so, I don't know if he finally has come to a decision in his head versus him just going along to get along. So you guys let me know what you think. I mean, I honestly do agree with Cher, but it's going to be interesting to see what he does in Casa Amor. Let's talk a little bit about Mackenzie. Now, she did something interesting because all the girls packaged up a suitcase for their guy to send over to Casa Amor, and she put in a teddy bear. And she actually says, and maybe she's joking, that he has little cameras in his eyes so she can actually see what's going on by recording him. I'm like, yeah, that is definitely the definition of high level toxicity. Really, Mackenzie? I mean, I'm hoping you're joking. Even the commentator was like, she's joking, right? Uh, yeah. But tell me, you guys, what you think about this. I mean, that was kind of crazy. But there is a guy who is interested in Mackenzie, and that is Jalen. And, Mackenzie, her statement was, she's looking for somebody that is not overly sensitive. So, when she had that sit down conversation, she told Jalen that they really didn't have any, labels. Yes, we're a couple up. She kind of similarly said the same thing that Connor said. The other thing about Jalen is that he was so much more different and the opposite of Connor. And she really liked the confidence that he has. That's pretty interesting because she did a 180, kind of like the commentator saying, because she's pretty much like, and we'll talk about that later because when we get to the part where they do the building block game, Truth or Dare, actually, Mackenzie, well, let's start out with Connor. He actually pulled out a one of the little, what do they call it? Those little wooden cubes. But it was a dare. And it was to sensually lick an islander of your choice. And he actually chose Mercedes. Now, he did it for the game. I don't think he was really into it. Yeah, he chose her, but I don't think he was really into actually like what he was saying because he said he's still thinking about Mackenzie and he don't want to do anything to wreck that. However, let's talk about Mackenzie though and her 180. She had to, in her dare, she had to choose to kiss someone sensually. And that person that she chose to kiss for her dare was Mike. And from the look of it, I mean, well, she didn't choose. He got up and said, you know what, I'm going in. Because somebody, I think it was Cely, said, who's the person that's going to volunteer? And he volunteered. And that kiss looked really like she was into it. Yeah, and she's busy stalking Connor, but yeah, she got a definite 180 because she said, hey, I'm going to use the excuse that Connor said that he's going to trust the process and enjoy it. And she definitely did. Let's talk about our next couple, Moira and Calvin. And with these two, Moira actually had somebody that was looking at her before he even got there. And he was really, really intrigued by Moira. And that was Jalen. She said that, she's coupled up with Calvin, but she's in it for her. And that she's opening, up to meet any and everybody. And, Jalen was saying, I've been, peeping you and she's the most beautiful person here. And, the last 2 weeks, he's just been waiting to basically get in here and get a chance to meet and have a connection with her. He was talking about how incredible her smile was. And Moira is like, why you pick me? And everything he had said was the reason why. I mean, he's been watching her for the last couple weeks. And Moira thinks that Jalen is so hot, likes that he says what he feels. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that she's going to drop Calvin and maybe see what she can pursue with Jalen because Jalen is so outspoken and so forward, letting her know what he wants? She likes that. And I think most women do. They want to know that a guy is interested. They want to know that, I think you're beautiful and I want to talk to you and I want to get to know you. I mean, Calvin is definitely interested in her. It's a little bit slow moving, not as forward as Jalen. But I think in this case, Moira is kind of shocked, but she likes it. Moira has a unique facial expression. So we'll see how that situation goes. As for Mr. Calvin, Faith is the one young lady that is interested in him. I mean, when they were dancing, Faith was all over him. um, Faith is saying that before, when she was talking to the other new girls, that she's getting good vibes from Calvin, and that, hey, she's looking for something that, she can definitely have a connection with. And she told him, you need to be looking for something that's not in the villa. You're a good dude, and that person that you need to be looking for is me. I don't know. I mean, what do you think about Faith? I honestly don't see the connection there either. And it's early. I mean, they're just meeting each other. I might be jumping the gun a little bit too soon. But, obviously Faith is smitten with Calvin. But I don't see anything there. I think Calvin is going to stick around. Now, let's talk about our last couple. And this one kind of stuck me a little bit because, I mean, not with Cely, more with Johnny, but let's talk about Cely first. So Aaron is the guy that is interested in Cely's. Aaron likes her confidence, and Cely is like, you know what, I'm good. We're all open though, because I mean, what if he meets his perfect match over in, Casa Amor, and hey, I'm all for it. I can't get in the way of that. I can't stop that. Now, granted, I do find that is very confident, lack of insecurity, but is it genuine? Because when you really have feelings with for someone, and they're in the other area with a bunch of other females, or vice versa, that's going to bother you. But we'll see, and we'll talk about that later. But Aaron is definitely interested in her. I just think right now Cely is so focused on Johnny, she's not interested in anything else. But let's talk about Mr. Johnny. So over in Casa Amor, Johnny and Mercedes have an interesting connection. Now, I don't think Johnny is trying to resist, but Mercedes is very attractive, and he even said that Mercedes caught his eye and her energy and everything. But he did reinforce to Mercedes when they had their sit-down conversation that Cely and he are solid. But Mercedes is like, yeah, well, you can be solid all you want, but I'm going to pursue you. And honestly, this is going to be a tough one for Johnny. I mean, this is my favorite couple. And if they're talking about adding some drama to this one, they definitely did that with Mercedes. Because Mercedes looked like she's relentless. And I'm glad that Cely did put some fragrance-smelling underwear in his suitcase when she had to send a suitcase over. So, Cely could be on his mind. And I appreciate the fact that she did that. I thought that was so cool. And obviously, Johnny definitely liked it because he was like, these smell just like her. Something to remember her by while they are away from each other. So I thought that was, really cute. But is that going to be strong enough for him to actually deal with Mercedes? Because like I said, Mercedes is not playing. She's coming with her A game. She's coming to get what she wants with Mr. Johnny. And I'm telling you, I mean, I honestly think Cely has competition with this one. What do you guys think? I granted, like, Caleb said earlier, whatever happens in Casa Amor stays in Casa Amor. It's going to be interesting what's going to go down in Casa Amor. And obviously, it's got Cely thinking. She's kind of concerned that her guy is not going to be safe over there. I mean, insecurities is definitely seeping in when it comes to Cely. And Mercedes, she's coming with all she got when it comes to Johnny. So, I mean, when she did her particular truth or dare, he had whipped cream all over him. And one of the guys said, put the whipped cream on his nipples, and she went for it. She's not playing. So, and looking at the previews for tomorrow, Johnny's in trouble with Mercedes, especially with some of the things that she had to say, which was pretty much, if you choose to me, you can't talk to Cely ever again. So, Johnny, what are you going to do? Because your girl over there already shedding tears, worried about the fact that you might not come back home to her. And honestly, I hope not, because I hope that they don't break up. I want them to stay together. This is one of my strongest favorite couples. So, what do you guys think? Do you think that Mercedes is going to take this one? We'll see. All right, let's do our post notification shout out for this video. Our first one is for a K Dyke. Thank you so much for engaging into the channel, and I love your comment about Connor and Mackenzie. Our second one is August OT7. Thank you for your engagement, and thanks for giving me the corrections, because I did notice that. I really appreciate it. And then the word penultimate. Thank you, Natalia Elijah, for helping me out with that. I told you I was going to shout you guys out, whoever answered that for me. So thank you so much. Like, comment, and subscribe, and see you soon.